So I guess we'll do an
We're
intro.
off to a start.
Yeah.
Is it a good start?
No, we haven't started
Is
yet.
it a bad start?
We haven't done an intro.
I was probably gonna use all this as bloopers.
Probably.
Anyway.
I'm Emily SW.
Sam.
And we're here with the next installment of our much anticipated End Chat. We are discussing the ENHYPEN universe, video universe.
I anticipated it.
Me too. Highly.
So this is the best era so far.
Hands down, the Carnival era. This is where things get messy.
Yes. Yes.
The choreography, banging. The songs, banging. Just all around. We're in for a good one, folks.
The visuals, the videos.
Top tier. The toppest of
and
tiers.
Most importantly, the vampire lore.
Yes. We've got blood. We've got adversaries. We've got mysterious
mysteries.
Figures, yeah. We got it all, baby. So we're going to go through the entire Carnival era as we've done previously with all the videos. So the first video is intro, which is Carnival. Intro, the invitation.
Right off the bat, we've already got the color scheme going.
Oh yeah, and the minute you hit play on that video, play it, let me hear it. Oh. We've got the creepy children singing. Kind of like the carnival music.
The film.
The bats.
We've got here the castle. Come inside the castle. That's I think what he said at the end of the last album.
Yeah.
So here we are. We're now entering the castle.
And the black, white, and red color scheme, very classically vampiric. But then we're going on a trip.
Now we're in the psychedelic 70s. We're kind of like we kind of are traveling through time here, right?
Yeah.
So before we were in like the turn of the century, the origin story, the beginning.
Yes.
And now we've gone forward a bit through time.
Yeah, so we've got, just to talk about some of the visuals specifically, we had churches, very Gothic. We had a red moon, a blood moon, if you will.
An invitation calls to us from the carnival.
We're being invited.
This is really kind of psychedelic.
It is, it really is.
We beat on the door of this flipped world.
But I feel like the invitation, the emphasis on the invitation is also a callback to vampires.
Or festival of blood.
And a festival of blood? Like, come on. I will say, one of my favorite parts of this video is not related to anything, but the fact that little figure reminds me of the Black Parade.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that coat is
yeah, it's very nostalgic for me.
Yeah, it's probably on purpose.
Probably, I'm sure. We've got a lot of stained glass windows. Got a lot of moons, a lot of red. Candles, the masquerade, the little masquerade mask.
A dizzying flicker, a light that blinds and deceives. From the great beyond, that voice rings out again. Here, come inside the castle.
Okay, here's the line about the castle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take everything. So we've been invited. We've been invited in.
Oh, we have. We sure have. What I really wanted to say about this era. So in the previous era, we talked a lot about isolation.
Yes.
Which is a very important,
very big theme.
And now we have a new theme this time, which is temptation, vice, sin, excess.
Yep.
Gluttony.
Well, it's
all
like
of it.
A feast of blood, right there. Like, first of all, feast, vice, gluttony, sin, blood. I don't know if vampirism is specifically in the Bible, but that's probably a sin.
Murder is.
There we go. Murder.
Actually, the Bible does forbid consumption of blood. Pretty specifically.
Okay, so there we go. Heavy emphasis on the vice, the excess.
Leviticus 3:17.
Leviticus 3:17 very specifically forbids the consumption of blood. Oh, she just whipped in with that.
Leviticus 3:17. Thank you. That was magical. She just literally came in, peeked through the door, and then vanished back into the...
Well, I wasn't wrong.
No, you were wrong. Because you can always count on me to not know my Bible.
You can count on me to vaguely know it.
Well, you know it more than I do.
You can count on Colleen to know exactly which verse you want.
Dream team right here. I'm just spitballing, you're justifying, and she's got the hard facts.
But anyways, new Gothic theme.
Yes.
Which is
the best theme.
Vice.
Yes.
And excess.
The fun one.
And, what's the word I want? You want something like really like lush and rich and elaborate and...
Opulent.
Yes! That's it. That's the one I want.
It's opulence. It's very like Let Them Eat Cake, Marie Antoinette, but in like a more modern, dancey way with vampires.
Yeah. But that's like a thing in Gothic where everything's so like melodramatic and big and full of imagery.
That's true. Everything's blown up.
That's kind of what I was getting at.
Yeah.
It kind of goes along with the excess.
Yeah.
So, I mean, first of all, I haven't even hit play yet. Right, you click on the video, it's called Drunk-Dazed. So already off the bat, we're going overboard.
Yeah.
We're drinking too much.
And this is also a far cry from Give and Taken, from, like, the previous era, which was much more grounded's not the right word, but not the excess, the opposite of excess. It was
loneliness.
And,
yeah.
So Drunk-Dazed implies a state of...
wild party.
Yeah.
Should we hit play?
Yes! Love this video.
This was our first glimpse of the school, and I don't think we really knew what was going on with it yet, but we got the school uniform.
I liked it better when we didn't know what was going on with it yet.
Right.
Ooh, and here we have the introduction of a Mary Sue. Another invitation, very important.
To our bloody birthday party.
And then... Who are those? Who are they?
Oh, they're wolves. So now
puppies?
we've got werewolves in this universe.
Yeah, maybe we'll get into their universe. Depends on how it goes.
Alright. Extremely red party. Just turning the subtitles on. And we've already seen his telepathic powers.
Yes. Yeah, we get a really good look into their supernatural abilities in this video.
Oh, that cake.
And there's the pyromancy, the teleportation.
Yep. And we also get these callbacks to the past. But we noticed that they were framed in such a way that they look like old films.
Yes.
Which I thought maybe, because I'm not super into time travel. So
No,
what I was
messy.
thinking with that is because it is kind of grainy, it was being presented as a memory.
Yeah.
Juxtaposed with this very modern party where everyone's getting...
And I would almost say the party, like, the cameras they're using in some of these shots seem very kind of like old, like maybe like 80s, 90s sorts of cameras.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the little pop. We should also point out there's like big old piano, there's an old-fashioned phone.
Yes, the stuff that... a lot of their stuff is really anachronistic. Like, it kind of gives you the sense that they don't really quite belong in the modern era.
Yeah. Well, I think that kind of goes along with, like, all their titles being hyphenated, you know? Like, blessed, cursed, taint, dash. Like, often those words kind of play on each other and are, like, opposites. And I think they utilize that imagery a lot. And we also kind of glazed over, there's the blood in the cup, you know. In case you missed the fact that they're vampires... The blood in the cup.
Should be pretty obvious.
Yeah.
That's kind of implied also too, like...
The vampire cabal.
Yeah, okay. So this part here, we were talking a lot about, so we
should pause this, hold on. We have a lot to say about that.
We wrote a lot about this particular scene in the bridge.
Yes.
So, first of all, things that we noticed watching it after the era that comes after this, which was like the tentacles.
Yeah.
And the very underwater kind of feel.
The Odyssey
to this room.
theme.
So, yeah. And also, like, put it forward a little bit so you can see that part again.
Yeah.
Even in the background, you have a lot of very, like, these columns and stuff.
Yes,
Doesn't
very
it
Grecian.
It kind of looks like this should be underwater. Like,
It
you've
does.
got
It's
all
very
this,
blue,
like,
too.
algae and stuff. Yeah, it's very blue, very green. And even, like, the way the light is filtering through it. But you've got these kind of, like, tentacles wrapping up the torch, which this woman is standing on, and the torch is referenced in the lyrics.
Yes, it is. I wrote that down because we passed it. It's the light that has been given to me, flames of a torch, the passing of a torch, light, some sort of power being passed on. We also talked a lot about Cersei.
Yes. Because I noticed this symbol in the background looks like a C, right? This is very, you notice too here, you've got all these like spears.
Yeah, it's almost, they almost remind me of the tips of like a trident or something.
But still, it's extremely like Greek looking, like this whole part. We have all these people standing in the background too, and they're holding staffs that look like either they've got like crescent moons or like really, or like more like this
two
kind of
little
shape.
C's maybe.
So we were kind of thinking, since the next one goes along with like the ancient Greek theme, if she was supposed to be like Cersei, or something like that, because it's some. I mean, I think most versions she's a witch.
Some sort of monster.
Yeah.
That preys on humans, right?
And she's got this cup that she's pouring, and it directly mirrors what's going on with the sun in here.
Yes, and once she pours the cup, then this lovely fountain,
which we've gone back and hit play now.
Yes.
Editor's note. And yeah, so then they pour the cups, and then it starts this scene,
which is, oh boy, this scene is something.
One of the best scenes in any music.
This scene is one of the most surprising things. Like, even going into this with, they're vampires. Who would have known that I have a headphone in right now, the drippy sounds. Like, as the blood is pouring down the ceiling here. Like, damn. And then sick dance break. I would also like to point out, because we've been talking about this a lot, and just point out the blue and the red. Very obviously, blue curtain, red carpet in that room. Obviously the fountain, the blood.
They're wearing a lot of red.
Yes. So now we have an excess of blood along with the drinking and the partying that was taking place.
And he's dancing in it.
Yeah.
Like, come
He's
on.
reveling.
He's reveling in a blood shower.
And then, very end of the video, they all look at the camera and it kind of like pans out.
Yeah, it breaks the fourth wall again.
Boom. Oh, so cool. Now we've got this sort of aftermath. We got the balloons still. Girl nobody cares about. Okay. Yeah, so we didn't touch on... You can see their fangs in this video.
Well, they talked about it. It was in the lyrics of the song.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yes.
Yeah, so the
and
lyrics...
And the choreography.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we didn't talk about the lyrics very much in this, aside from the passing of the torch.
The lyrics, I think the lyrics, they're so overt. Like, it's not subtle at all. No. It's about, like, being a vampire and getting drunk on blood.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the key there is having now, in retrospect, rewatch this after the next era comeback with all the Odyssey themes. I think it's a lot easier to watch this and go, oh, water, tentacles, Cersei, like...
weren't we talking about fire and water last time, too?
We were talking about fire and water, although I think that's going to come up in our next video as well.
But in this one, too, you had water, but you also had, like, the fountain to water turning into blood.
Yes, which could also be going back to Christianity.
I was gonna say, going back to the Bible, you had water turning into wine.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do with wine? Yeah.
Get drunk on it.
You do.
Well, and also, you know, in Catholicism, when you, what is it, the Eucharist, or you do, what is it?
Eucharist.
Eucharist, communion, whatever it
Yes.
is, you drink the blood of Christ.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot to be had in that video, which she's like, oh yeah, party, whatever. It's like, there's a little more to it. There's a little more to it. But also, yeah, party. Banger. Absolute banger. So now the next one is
Fever.
your favorite.
This is my favorite. It's my favorite choreography.
Yeah, I just want to say, maybe it's not your favorite, but you talk about it a lot.
This choreography is just satisfying to watch on every stage,
They're so good at
every
it.
performance.
They look so good doing it.
No matter how many times you've seen it, it's just always satisfying.
That's true, that's true. And this is Fever, in case you didn't pick up on that.
Alright, starting the video. We're already
Alright, so we're basically picking up right where we left off.
with the last one. Yeah, they're wearing the same clothes.
These are like the fancy, like, vampire cabal outfits.
Mm-hmm. And you again have this very, like, Grecian kind of setting.
Yeah, it's very, very dramatic, soft, kind of hopeful music, but they're running to save their. Oh no! Oh. And then
the smoke is resembling tentacles,
yes,
like the Kraken.
the Kraken. He's being pulled into the darkness. Dude, like the music is oddly hopeful for what's happening.
It also has nothing to really do with like the rest of the video. Like this doesn't come back.
No. We haven't seen this come back in any of the music videos recently. Hybe, if you're watching this, we officially request more of this, please. More Vampire Cabal, more Shadow Monsters. Okay, now here we get into it.
Okay, here's the other really great thing about all the performances of this was that neon with the black.
Oh my god, and like the black, like the PVC too.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so right away, we're gonna get it out of the way. The red and the blue color scheme, visually, very strong in this video. And they also reference fire and like ice and water quite a lot.
Well, the whole song's about burning up because
Yeah.
you're Unrequited Love, which is like the most vampiric
So
love
goth.
song you
That's
could write.
so gothic. Yeah. But they really utilized lighting in this video a lot. And the glitter. I
Yeah,
think we're seeing the remnants of like that excess.
Mhm. But now they're trying to get rid of it.
Yeah.
No, it's just the neon, like the bright neon orange and the bright neon yellow with
Yeah.
the black. It's just
Yeah.
such a cool look.
And the place that they're dancing in is like you've got these big arches, you've got these kind of like stained glass. So it's still kind of church light, but then they're wearing neon. You've got neon lights, like the Grecian kind of pillars still. Yeah, so now,
And whatever that was.
yeah, hold on, can we?
It's like an artifact.
Yeah. So this is like some sort of like gold chalice.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting to the lyric too is my son, and then we've got this very bright yellow.
Yeah, and
visual here.
even the glass kind of has like almost like a setting or a rising sun with the rays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's like
But
some
I
sort
also
of
thought it was
artifact.
fitting because vampires can't walk in the
Mhm.
sun, so they're
They're gonna-
talking about the sun
Burning them.
burning them up.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting that you have like a just juxtaposition of opulence, like that big crystal chandelier and this very bedroom here with like the really like kind of desolate cool room, and the bedrooms where we're going back almost to that isolation thing. So
Yeah.
we're pairing it with the lights.
Well, and even in that room with the chandelier, it's just like a big empty room with a chandelier.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, and now we've got this chain wrapped around the heart. Ooh, I'm gonna hit my mic, sorry. Very Hunter x Hunter. But the necklace that was wrapped around the heart, there was a necklace dropped. There was a reference to that earlier in the video. I forget who it was, but somebody dropped the necklace on somebody else's mouth. Yeah, it's almost like now we've got like this glitter, all these fireworks and stuff. It's just they're like, now they're reveling in the pain, which is also very Gothic.
It is. Alright, that was the end. That one, I guess it's a little more straightforward.
Yeah.
I mean, not that any of these videos are really difficult.
No, they're not super complex, but it's like just enough where if you go in there, there's stuff to find. Like if you dig, you get treasure.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't want to dig, you get a fun video. So that's a win-win scenario in my opinion.
All right, ready for the outro?
Yeah. So outro, the wormhole. This is the end of Carnival, unfortunately.
Pit play. This one,
Just a riptide.
I mean, like, you could tell that these are planned out quite far
Oh,
in advance.
yeah.
These already
Feet
kind of going with that beach theme we're gonna get next.
Yeah, the riptide
Mm-hmm.
and the footprints in the sand reference right there.
Then do my eyes best to see the unknown as we commit our bodies.
Yeah, we had the castle
Multiple dimensions wait for
we
us.
saw right at the beginning.
There might be a world where day and night coexist.
We've got some more of those like psychedelic.
Mental flower. The tree stretches out.
So yeah, this is really just giving us a lot of flavor stuff
Reveals a twisted scene. In that
These intro and outro videos are like an English major's wet dream.
imperfect shade through heavy
Like you could really. Oh, and there's Shakespeare.
Yes. Well, there's like references to Hamlet in
Yeah.
their lyrics too, and I don't know if we talked about that before, but it definitely comes up in Team Dash.
Yeah, it
It's the
definitely.
most obvious one.
Yeah. Yeah.
waits.
I remember talking about it, but I don't know if it was when we were making notes for this or if it was the other one. But yeah, so in this video,
Oh, you wrote it on here though.
now we can see the ocean and the
Now we're
beach.
on the beach. And that's the end.
A hint of what's to come.
Well, that's for the next one.
Yeah, but yeah, so in that video you've got we've still got the blood moon and the bats and like the big Gothic castles and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But now,
We're going off on an adventure now.
yes, a very classical adventure, especially considering the next era after this
Mhm.
is literally the Odyssey.
Yes.
But yeah, and then also in that video they're talking about the world beyond the physical, like the mirror universe. There's like the portal and the eclipse. That's all the notes we have on that.
Yeah, I mean that's about it.
That's about it.
I think we got the big thing.
Yeah, and I think especially Drunk-Dazed, there's so much in Drunk-Dazed. Like we didn't even get into, because you can pause the video where like they have all those sticky notes and I'm holding my hand up. I don't have anything in my hand. But in the video they have all those sticky notes and like those solo shots. Those all say things. You can go in and pause those and read what they say. Yeah, so we'll see you in the next one. We're gonna do Dilemma.
Dimension.
Yeah, so we'll be back at you with that chat, and then we'll dive more into this universe. A bit of a sunnier side of the universe.
Mm-hmm.
Guess that's it.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye!